Hi, I'm Anthony Endy, the executive chef here at the LSL Guest Ranch and Resort in the beautiful St. Ynez Valley. Today we're lakeside, going to make one of my favorite dishes on my Big Green Egg. Cast iron roasted new potatoes with coal roasted leeks and sweet onion, finished with a jalapeno butter. It's great with steak and seafood, very simple and delicious. Let's begin. First thing we need to do to get started, we're going to start with some sweet onions and some leeks. So do two different types of onions we're going to use here. We're going to stick them directly right on the hot coals. We're going to be charring the outside layer of these onions while the inside gets nice and tender and sweet and delicious. We're going to give those 15 minutes, and in the meantime, we're going to start our jalapeno butter. We're going to start with 3 cloves of garlic, jalapenos 2 each that have been seeded and membrane removed, a little bit of salt. You need that salt in there because when you grind these together, it's going to help it break down and bring out all the oils of all these ingredients. A little lemon juice and some cilantro. Kind of just work it in there. You're gonna make a paste with this. You're gonna break these down, bring out all the oils of the jalapeno and the garlic and mash it all together. This can be done at home in a food processor. Now that this is all nice and ground up, you got all the oils coming out, we're gonna mix it with some soft butter. So we're gonna add this to softened butter. We are gonna melt this along with our new crispy potatoes and our cast iron. I'm adding smoked paprika and salt as well to really enhance those flavors. It's gonna be a nice finishing agent for our potatoes and leeks. Gonna get it all mixed together so you get all those flavors combined in this butter. It's been about 15 minutes. Let's check on those onions and leeks. Burp that Big Green Egg. Oh wow, look at those. Beautiful char on the outside of these sweet onions. Getting nice and tender in the inside. Leeks even just the same. The aroma coming off of this is fantastic. It's gonna go great with these potatoes, with jalapeno butter. We're gonna let those cool for 5 minutes. While they're cooling, we're gonna heat up our cast iron. Big Green Egg cast iron we place right directly on our grill. Let that in there and get preheated nice and warm. I have it about 400 degrees right now. Now let's get our onions cleaned. We're gonna start with our sweet yellow onion, cut those in half. Peel off the outer skin that's been charred. Stick to that nice and tender inside. Let's do a leek as well. You just want to peel the outside like this. Take off all that charred outer skin. Stick to the inside nice and tender. I love leeks. I think those are one of the most underused onions. One of my favorites. The outside can get bitter, but when you roast them like this, it gets nice and charred. Inside stays sweet, melted. When it finishes in that butter, it'll be even better. Now let's cook some potatoes. I've pre-blanched in salted water a variety of heirloom baby potatoes. Baby Yukon fingerlings, purple potatoes, Peruvians, and red bliss potatoes. Let's get our pan ready. Want to burp that again, let that air out, open it up. Cast iron is nice and hot. You can feel it right from the palm of your hand. I'm gonna add a little canola oil to the bottom of this. It's gonna start to smoke, you'll see it. We're gonna add our potatoes. When you place the potatoes in the cast iron, you're gonna lie them in there gently. You're not gonna throw them in. If you do, the oil will splatter. You wanna be very careful when doing this. You're working with hot oil over hot fire. Got a nice even layer. They're gonna get nice and crispy. Add our coal roasted onions and leeks right on top of that. You hear that sizzle, that's what you wanna hear. Salt and pepper to bring it together. Nothing better than a salty, crispy skin of a potato. There we go. Now let's add our jalapeno butter. I'm not shy with jalapeno butter. What I love about the Big Green Egg as well, you want the butter to melt, even cooking, close it. It's gonna do its thing. Give it 2 minutes or so. The butter's gonna get nice and melted. Potatoes are gonna stay crispy. Very delicious. We got our potatoes all finishing up. I got my Big Green Egg gloves on. Let's take a look at these. One more burp, let the heat out. Oh wow, oh my goodness, look at these. Simple and delicious. We got those roasted new potatoes and the cast iron with the coal roasted leeks and sweet onion, all coming together with that jalapeno butter. You have spicy, you have some acidity from the lemon juice, the cilantro. Thanks to my Big Green Egg, this is a great side dish to your summer barbecue.